Currency Games here with another video. If you like what I'm doing, guys, please like and subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers now. I think we're literally at 99 subscribers, so please hit the like button. If you still want to see more breakdowns, you want to see more raw live, well, not live per se, but more post analysis or and trade breakdowns, please subscribe, and we'll get more of these videos pushing out. So really and truly, the year, we're coming towards the end of January now, and we're really starting to see a bit more volume in the charts. Today we took a trade, a short on Eurusd for 3%. It was kind of lucky, I'll be honest with you, it was kind of lucky, and I'll explain why when we go into the trade breakdown, but nonetheless the analysis and everything was there to back it up. Okay, so let's go into Eurusd. Now let's start on a daily time frame like we always do. If you remember earlier on in the week, I said to you, this fair value gap here is what I'll be eyeing for shorts. Okay, this gap here is what I want to see price reach to before we go shorts. Okay, now if you noticed today and also a bit of yesterday, we tagged into the fill of that fair value gap, which is also this order block here on the daily time frame. So you see how we have a higher time frame premise for shorts. Okay, going down, again you can see that's that fair value gap here on the H12. That's the order block here on a daily time frame. Going down to the H4, now this is where things get really interesting. As you can see, let me mark this out like this. Okay, let me in fact go on Eurusd here, so it seems a bit cleaner for you guys. Not Eurgbp here, sorry. So it seems a bit cleaner for you guys here. Okay, now the H4 structure was from this high to this low. Okay, now what do we know about H4 structure when we're in a premium level of price? Once we hit a premium level of price is going to want to retrace down into a discount. Okay, so my internet, so that's sort of Fibonacci tool, if it's going to let me. My internet, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, the discount of this range in price would be this fair value gap just here. So this is a nice little target we could have for the H4 time frame as of a daily target. Okay, and that's what I was targeting today, this H4 fair value gap. Now, as I said before, we raided the H4 high, so we can expect lower prices. Not only did we raid the H4 high, we also raided that high into the daily order block here. So you see how we're building confluences on a high time frame for shorts. Okay, now the only thing I was a bit put off by, and it will show, was this order block here in the H4. That order block also being a sort of discount area and a bit of structure on the H1 as well. That's why I didn't take shorts straight away from up here. Okay, because I was worried about this H4 level here holding. So when price came up to this level here, I was confident taking shorts from that. However, when we came up here and we then saw more bearish prices back into this level here, which is this H4 block, and that was when I then got the Fibonacci tool, and I was measuring from that low to this high. And if you notice, the 62% level is literally where this order block is here, and that's literally where I took my short from. Now I had set a limit here when price was around here. Okay, and honestly, I was doing something. I was in the car with my boys, and we were driving somewhere, and I honestly forgot I set this limit. It's only when we were around this area in price here, after we tagged it and went down, that I remembered. I was sitting on the toilet and I literally went on MT4 and I saw I was in the trade. I was like, hold on a sec. Then I remembered, oh yeah, I set a limit for this level to get hit. And as you can see, it happened quite nicely, and it was actually a smooth day and a smooth trade, to be fair, because not knowing you're in a trade and then coming and just seeing it in nice profit, it's a plus. So if I go back on Eurusd and Eurgbp here, you can see that was for plus 3% here. It was a nice trade, I couldn't complain. As I said, I wasn't too confident in getting in up here purely because it's H4 level. But when we came back down and we broke down as well, back down to this level here, and this high, and we saw how this high held, that's when I was confident to get back in on the retracement for the second leg of price run, and that gave us our plus 3%. So Again, clean trade, nothing more I could ask for. I will insert a screenshot of the MT4 somewhere on the screen so you guys can see. And yeah, let's go into our now analysis for tomorrow. Okay, so as you can see, we have now reached this H4 for value gap just here in price. Let me get rid of that line that's irritating me. Now, re-entering the daily time frame. Daily is bearish right now, and we've just reached a daily premium. So this is where now we can start expecting a possible rollover in price. Now, for me to be confident that we're going to roll over, I will need to see this fair value gap fail. Okay, and then I want to see some form of H4 MSB, whether we break this low here, or we create a low somewhere here and then break it to go bearish. But I'll need to see some sort of bearish trend in price action on the H4 for me to be confident in taking shorts. That will be alongside the daily premise at the moment. So I just got to sit on my hands and wait for that. And considering today we hit basically 3% for the week, I'm not too fussed about getting another trade for the week. I'll be honest with you, that 3% for me is enough. So unless something very, very clean surfaces in price, I won't really be forcing myself to get into anything major. Okay, I will actually put this up here as well to see. But as I said, because we already got our 3% today, I'm not too fussed. I'm at a stage now where in the week where it's going to be Thursday tomorrow. I'm not going to wash away my profits just because we're not patient. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to wait for the rise price action on Eurgbp. I'm still going to be stalking it, but I'm going to wait for the cleanest price action. Another scenario we could possibly see tomorrow as well, just looking at it, is this here. We could possibly see a reach into this high to then continue its bearish run, because this would, when tomorrow's price action starts, to be the previous day's high. So that would be quite interesting if we get something like that as well. But as I said, we just got to sit on our hands and wait for that clean bearish price action to take place. Remember I was saying down here, when we're down here in price, don't rush into shorts, wait for it to be clean. And you see, when we came up into the area, we saw exhaustion. Wait for it to be clean before you get into shorts. Okay, that's why I knew here not to get into shorts. Even though we tapped the fair value gap here, I knew not to get into shorts there, just purely because of experience really. And then when we had more confluences on the H4 time frame, when we were in H4 premium, we had a H4 for value gap there as well to short into. You know, we had the M15 break down nicely. We tapped the daily level. You know, the stars were aligning. Okay, but as I said, we're not gonna be too hasty with getting into another trade this week. Like, if I don't take another trade, don't be surprised. But we just gotta wait and see what happens. But yeah, I'm still expecting hopefully a H4 breakdown in this area. Okay, possibly attack this week if I've had we had my attack for quite a while, and this low here. Okay. Now, in regards to Euro USD. Now, as I said, this pair's not been the cleanest, but let me tell you what I was analyzing last night. Now, last night, if you can see, we had kind of a H4 raid here into this H4 order block. We then broke upwards. Okay, didn't really break this high, but we went above it. And what I had marked out was this H1 order block, and as you can see today, it pretty much held quite well, to be fair, in all honesty. And you can see when we done that H4 raid, we had a H1 MSB. So off this H4 raid, we then made the H1 breaker zone. Hence why I had this order block marked out for it to possibly hold for longs today. Now, as I said, I've said from the start of this week and the end of next week, I'm not really paying attention to USD. It's not the cleanest at the moment. It's very choppy. I'm not really here for it. But nevertheless, our analysis played out very cleanly. And again, it's something for you to study. One thing I was looking at on USD today was this MSB on the M15 after we had tapped into that H1 level. And we had this area here we could have gone short of. Okay, that would have been a decent trade there, to be fair. Something that would have been quite nice. You can see we would have got decent returns off that, but we didn't need to get into it. We didn't need to. We already had shorts on Eurgbp, so It's just nice to see when you have your analysis marked out the previous night and you come the next day and you see it's played out quite accurately. It's just nice to see, and it's just something that you should study and put in your journal. And when you collect a backlog of these events happening, it gives you confidence in your analysis. You know what I mean? But going in tomorrow again, I don't really care for USD right now. Like, I'm just gonna stay in the high time frames and wait for something to get hit and wait for a mad reaction. As I said, we've got this level here, up here in the week time frame that we can expect something from, hopefully. But I'm not going to do too much. In fact, I'm gonna delete all of this here because there's no point in getting in foolishness in price. All right. But anyway, guys, that'll be all for me tonight. As I said, please like, subscribe if you're liking the content. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Try and hit that by the end of this week. And I will have a podcast coming out when we do hit 100 subscribers. So, guys, please hit that for me. And yeah, enjoy your weekend.